that Bryce had to climb on board. And it weighs tons, and it has a huge amount of power and aggression, and so we also don't want to injure her. So there is a soft section in the middle of the neck, which is designed almost like a sort of saddle. There are grab handles that are hidden, so she can hold the T-Rex. Good job.
With how successful Jurassic Park was, it's no wonder they went ahead and proceeded to make not one, not two, but 5 more films regarding this franchise. And with animatronics and the level of technology that has advanced over the years, it's interesting to look at how they created these creatures for this film.
What could go wrong?
Blue is alive. You raised her.
I promise you, I am gonna get her back.
Moviegoers around the world seemingly can't get enough of the Jurassic movies, but Dominion director Colin Trevorrow suggested to Empire magazine that none of the sequels should have been made. In Trevorrow's own words, the Jurassic franchise probably should have started and ended with Steven Spielberg's 1993 original. I specifically did something different than the other films in order to change the DNA of the franchise, Trevorrow said about Jurassic World Dominion. The previous 5 films are plots about dinosaurs. This one is a story about characters in a world in which they coexist with dinosaurs.
So there's about 8 puppeteers. There's a person at the back that does the lifting of the entire body. There's a person, or 2, which operate the main neck. The head is controlled through a radio control system.
There are tons of behind-the-scenes moments from the Jurassic World trilogy that explain how they were able to pull off the amazing shots of all the dinosaurs.
Bigger than any other Jurassic film before. We had more dinosaurs than ever.
40 different hero species of dinosaurs, and we create all sorts of variations.
There were close to 1,500 shots, which all required visual effects work.
It's a degrading of skin or flaking of scales.
We're doing an insert head and neck, and a hand and a leg.
But before we get into more of these moments, some trivia for you. What mix of animals did it take to get the sound design of the dinosaurs in the original Jurassic Park? Leave your answer in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
This is the claw of the Indoraptor. And it's quite heavy. It's getting a great response from the actors because it gives them a chance to respond to something in the moment.
That is cool.
We worked with the effects supervisor from ILM to develop the little idiosyncrasies to provide a good basis for his animation.
And the level of advanced technology that there is compared to the original Jurassic Park in 1993, that the realism within the whole thing is just so surreal.
Clean bill of health. Ooh, there we go. To take the Indoraptor and look at that as a further genetic experiment is a really exciting possibility, and the idea that this is not necessarily 100% successful.
This movie has visual effects that are just mind-blowing.
Most of the dinosaur effects were created using CGI, but animatronic raptor heads were created for the squeeze cage in Owen's raptor paddock. A practical animatronic Apatosaurus head was also created for a sequence filmed in Hawaii.
We shot a big chunk of Owen and Claire's part of the film, and then we shot a huge part of Laura and Sam and Jeff's storylines. So the experience of making the movie really mirrored the experience of watching the movie.
And actually gripping onto these arms, so you can see you can perform that. The head and the neck is controlled with this rig here.
When creating the dinosaurs within Jurassic World, Chris Pratt and his co-star had to react to something that wasn't there. That takes a lot of acting skills and why many people praised him for his work.
Go! And that's a little bit of the hard part because, you know, you're interacting with something that's not there.
So this here, these dinosaurs are still to come together. So these are still the foam latex skins. And these need to be put on the mechanical skeleton and the fabricated structure.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page, linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
We have 3 puppeteers that are behind the camera, looking at a monitor, seeing what the camera sees. Now, one RC controls just the eyes. They have blink and eye movement. One RC will control just the nose, and then one RC will control the mouth and the tongue inside.
They actually had to react to other humans doing some of the things that the dinosaurs would be doing, such as biting someone's hand.
Action, we'll do the push and the hand up.
Marty, one of our stuntmen, runs over, jumps on top of me and starts going like this as I'm choking him.
And it's honestly incredible to see these revisions of how they did certain things and seeing some of these moments, like just another person grabbing onto the actors so they could react to getting bit in the final cut.
Captain, we actually created a dinosaur that can move around, it can lift its head up and down, it can pull its arms up independently, the frill can come out.
Make it a lot more reproducible. So we came up with this idea, we grew the muscles and expanded them to fit the void between the outer skin and the skeleton inside. And that created perfect geometry for us that was always reproducible.
You think that this film wouldn't have been that expensive, and it actually wasn't. The budget for this film was $150 million. That includes the actors' pay and the sets and props and time they had to shoot. So it was actually a pretty good deal, and I think they saved money from all the extra props they didn't have to use. And as far as the answer to our trivia question, according to the behind-the-scenes book of the making of the Jurassic Park, an adventure 65 million years in the making, the infamous roar of the Tyrannosaurus were a composite mix of a dog, penguin, tiger snarl, alligator's gurgle, and a baby elephant squeal.
Another puppeteer who's looking after the eyes, the eye blinks, and then one other person who's looking after the jaw.
Which have to interact with actors.
The interactor is puppeteered by 4 or 5 puppeteers.
We have a guy on the jaw and a guy on the nostrils and lots of different parts of the eye.
The very deep alligator vocals acted as the low-frequency element of the final roar. However, as Gary Rydstrom stresses, the key point of the sound is the high-frequency element, the baby elephant.
And puppeteers. So there's 2 elements of remote control, and then the rest of the puppet with the frill, the arms, the breathing, the legs, the body up and down, the neck, and the head. It's all old school, just cabling and pulling.
Rydstrom describes how, during the recording session, the baby elephant only did the iconic, cute, high-pitched scream that forms the basis of every T-Rex roar in the film once.
Easy.
The story idea for this movie was created by executive producer Steven Spielberg and Mark Protasiewicz, who got together privately on several occasions, without studio observance, to confer the notion of doing another installment in the Jurassic Park film franchise.
We actually 3D printed a buck of the Pyroraptor and placed it on set on the ice lake and actually fired it out of the ice lake.
Okay guys, stand by to shoot.
So we had this wonderful slow motion explosion of water as the Pyroraptor emerged.
Much of the script ideas came from Colin Trevorrow, who not only approached Spielberg to offer his directional service when he heard about the plans, he had also made an elaborate story treatment together with his writing partner, Derek Connolly, which greatly impressed Spielberg.
What I'm operating is the jaw mechanism here, so as I swing this lever forwards, we get the sort of full range of motion and then back to close.
Story qualities that give the actors like visual cues to make them even scarier.
Okay. All right, good.
The animators back in Industrial Light and Magic are going to try and make them feel like real animals. That's really, really important to Colin on this film.
So what did you guys think about all this? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
That's so good. Round of applause for our animatronics.
Yeah. We've just been shown the Giga, and I'm really excited to be working with it.